On this beautiful spring morning, we are delighted to be visiting a magnificent monument in County Donegal.
So this is Beltany Stone Circle, and Beltany Stone Circle is located not so far from the village of Raphoe.
The views from the vantage point of Tops Hill are over the plains of what is claimed in folklore to have been the site of the first battle in Ireland, which was between the resident Fomorians and the newcomer Partholonians in the middle of the 3rd millennium BC.
Now the 64 stones in this particular monument, they speculate that there could have been as many as 80 at one point. One thing I definitely noticed from looking at the sizes of these stones is that they're spectacularly big, quite reminiscent of Avebury in England.
The diameter of the stone circle is just over 44 metres.
This place has been dug out to such an extent that you might wonder as to what's been going on here.
It is recorded that locals used stone from this site in the 1700s, and in the 1830s it was reported to Ordnance Survey field surveyors that vast heaps of stones and also some bones had been removed. The classicist Professor Oliver Davies visited in the 1930s and reported that the platform had been recently and unscientifically excavated and had been left in dreadful confusion.
Now, some speculate that this could have even been some manner of passage tomb, and this is like the curbing area around the outside. It's hard to tell at this point. They say that they can't know definitively unless they actually excavate.
While stone circles in Ireland have been dated to time periods between 2000 and 700 BC, recent research here, which is ongoing, posits much earlier dates, which would place this stone circle within the time frame of the megalithic passage graves and cairns. Local archaeologist Mary Hart has reported that the earliest written reference to this circle occurs in a 12th century manuscript where it is named on Carn Gloss, the Green Cairn.
So these two stones, these two are most notable in that they are the tallest and they're loosely similar in size to each other, and these make the entrance. So these are the portal stones. Directly opposite the portal stones is the recumbent stone. So I look across here and I can see the recumbent stone. So recumbent stone, it's the stone on its side.
The name Beltany resonates, of course, with the Gaelic word Bealtaine, which is the first day of May and summer. The word Bealtaine is first mentioned in a glossary which is attributed to Cormac, King of Munster, who died in 908. He described a communal festival where cattle were driven between two bonfires to protect them from disease before being led to their summer pastures.
So this particular stone has got a lot of cup marks on it. So these were deliberately made all around the bottom of the stone, particularly down around here. These are all cup marks, so made by grinding a stone into it.
There is said to be an alignment between the cup-marked stone and the nearby hill of Tullyrap, over which the sun rises at Bealtaine.
Now, they don't actually know what was going on in these monuments. They can speculate. Granted, they could have had some degree of celebration in these areas at the times of solar events. The circular aspect of the monument would make you think something about the solar aspect, but you can't know definitively.
Regarding Irish stone circles generally, archaeological findings have been diverse. Nearby here, a stone mask and 2 polished stone axe heads have been discovered.
There's a lot of bones can be found here, and sometimes they find pottery sherds as well. And they associate this perhaps that it may have been an area of communal gathering and feasting. But as I mentioned previously, it's not certain as to what went on here.
It is notable that several of the stones in the monument have significant veins of quartz.
I find that this stone is got an awful lot of quartz in it, which makes me think quite interesting because quartz was very important to the ancient people. They used to call them Cluckrania, sunstones.
22 metres away is a 2-metre tall Outlier Stone. The famous amateur archaeologist Boyle Somerville surveyed the site in the early 1900s and he suggested that the Outlier Stone is associated with another large stone in the circle, and that together they align with the winter solstice sunrise. As with so many other aspects of the mysterious past, which we may slowly uncover, all we can say for certain regarding the story of Beltany Stone Circle is that hopefully time will tell us more.